Welcome back to another video for Juba Forensics PLC. Today we're going to talk about why is it so hard to spot internal fraud in your business, especially if you consider yourself a pretty smart business owner. Maybe you've been in business for a really long time and you've seen a lot of things, you've done a lot with your business. So why can it be so difficult to find internal fraud yourself? Like why is that so complicated? So I've got a couple of things here that I want to talk through. One of the things that makes it so hard for you as the business owner to spot fraud is you trust your employees are doing the right thing, or you would not have hired them. I don't know of many business owners that post a job, interview a bunch of people, all the candidates that they interviewed, they say, "You're the sketchiest one I've got. I want you collecting all my cash." That's not normally how that works. Usually you are checking references, doing a background check, like really trying to get to know, is this person a good person and are they going to be a good fit for my company and my culture? And those are the ones that you hire. And then when they stay with you for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 35 years, you trust them like they're family at that point, because they basically are. Especially if you're a very small business, that's your family. They're coming over for Thanksgiving Day dinner sometimes, you know? If their kids graduate from high school, you're gonna go show up at their graduation party because they're your family and you trust them like you would a family member. And sometimes that means you've got blinders. And if something seems fishy, you go ask this employee, "Hey, this looks a little weird. Why is this happening?" And they can come up with some kind of elaborate lie and you say, "Okay," and walk away and don't ask any further questions because you trust them. You trust what they're telling you. You trust that they're doing the right thing. Another piece to why you maybe can't see internal fraud is you're on autopilot. You are managing your business. You are running possibly all of the aspects of your business. If you are a small company, you're the one working on getting in new sales leads and marketing and HR and all of these different things. You may not have time to spot check and look for fraud, especially not if we go back to the first thing I said where you trust your employees. Why would you need to stop and look for fraud every month or every quarter, every year, whatever it might be? So something else I will say, employees, the longer they have been with your business, the more likely they are to steal from you, because they know your system. They know how to circumnavigate your systems and your internal controls. And most fraud schemes go on for more than 1 year before they're caught. And the longer they go on, the more money that person is stealing from you. So the first year they may only take $5,000 because they're testing the waters to see if they're going to get caught. And then the next year when they realize they didn't get caught, they may take 15. Then the year after that, they may take 35. The year after that, they may take $57,000. And it just keeps going up from there until eventually they do get caught. And the fraud's been going on for 7 years and it totals over $300,000. And you're wondering as the business owner, how did I miss this? We'll come back to number one, you trusted your employees. Number two, you were busy owning and operating your business. You did not really think about someone stealing from you. Another piece is maybe you're not sure where to look. Maybe you are a little concerned about fraud or you do have some questions, but you're not sure what would tell you that there's even a problem. What are you looking for as the business owner to see, do I have a problem here? So I'm hoping to do many more videos in the future just for some spots for you to look at for yourself to see, do you possibly have fraud? Is something a little weird happening in the background? But I feel like for me, those videos would have to be very specific. Like I'd have to do a payroll one. I would have to do a vendor accounts payable one. I'd have to do things along those lines. So you can kind of really dig into, what am I looking for? How often should I be looking for it? What kind of questions do I ask? Things along those lines. So you're not really sure where to look. That is also why maybe you don't look, because you're not sure and you assume everything's working out very well. So the last one I have on here is you may not have a good system in place in general to catch fraud. So not only do you maybe not know where you're looking, but you may not even have a good system in place. You may never have thought about fraud before from an organization perspective. So you should be on a regular basis, and I'll let you figure out for your business how regular is regular, if that's monthly, quarterly, yearly. you should be looking for fraud. You should be reviewing your internal controls. Those are two different things. So internal controls, that's this good systems piece. And that is something I also will do some more YouTube videos on. What are internal controls? How do you implement them? What if your business is really, really tiny? What if your business is large and growing? How do you put internal controls into place for things like that? So that's going to be a whole nother video. But for now, just know that it is not easy to spot fraud in your business yourself. It's not easy, no matter what size your business is, no matter what industry you're in, fraud touches everyone, everywhere. And the first thing I said was you trust your employees to do the right thing. You hired them because they were trustworthy, because you did that background check, you checked their references, but also know that a majority of fraud does not get prosecuted. A majority of fraud does not go through the judicial system where something would pop on their record. 57% of cases get sent through the system, and I think the statistic is maybe 75% of those cases actually result in a conviction. So without some kind of conviction, you would not know that this person you're trying to hire has committed fraud at another business. And of course, for the references, they're not going to put that business owner that they stole from. They're going to put somebody else that's going to give them a raving review. So know that people that commit fraud, about half of them do not have anything on their records anyway, and you would not know. So good systems being in place and checking to see if there is fraud on a regular basis is going to help you. So I'm going to run through it one more time. Why is it so hard to spot internal fraud? As a business owner, you trust your employees. You are on autopilot managing your business. You're not sure where to look to even see if there is fraud, and you may not even have good systems designed to help you prevent fraud anyway. And I'll do plenty of follow-on videos, but if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the comments, and like and share this video if you feel so inclined, and I will catch you next time.